Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, sorry for not posting the other day. I've just been in my phone. But I'm back. I'm fine. I'm back and I'm ready. Today, we're going to do just a basic makeup look. We're not going to do anything too crazy with the eyeshadow. Nothing like that. Might do a little liner if we're feeling a bit. Do you know what I mean? But apart from that, let's just get into it, shall we? Okay. So for foundation, we're going to go in with the Kat Von D Serum Good Apple foundation. I feel like I've used this on here before. It's just so and it's so nice. And I'm actually going to blend out my foundation today with a brush. A brush. Who is she? I don't know how I want to do this. I haven't used a brush since I was in like secondary school. What should we do? I'm going to pump some on my face. You don't really need a lot of this. And then I'm also going to pump some on the back of the hand. And grab this brush. This is just e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. And I'm just going to coat the bristles on the back of my hand, just so that we already have product there. And that's almost going to act as like a barrier, so the brush won't absorb so much product. And then I'm just going to start patting in. Oh my god, that's stunning. I haven't used a brush in the longest time. Why not? Because this actually looks so nice. It just gives it a bit of a different finish, doesn't it? If you're new here, hey girl, our face is always orange. We love it. Love it. Okay, look at that, that's stunning. I feel like this foundation is like a nice in-between between a foundation and like a skin tone, obviously depending on how much you want to use. Like, I'm not really a skin tint girl. It's just not got enough coverage for me. We all know by now I've got acne scars, so I like them to be covered. I've got acne prone skin anyway, so I'm bound to have a spot at some point, like it's a given. So I need that extra bit of coverage, and this foundation kind of gives that, do you know what I mean? It gives. I like the brush. I just feel like it's just like you can't get like right in there with a brush, right, man? Or did I just? Oh no, I did get in there. I'm lying up my ass. It's just very, very big. This foundation is so buildable. Like, this is just one layer. Slagline. One of the things I look for in a new foundation is buildability. I like a cake face. I want my face to crack when I smile. No, I'm joking. So guys, I've just been delivered nuggets. Intermission. I mean, people say about sponges absorbing foundation, but I feel like I've used way more product than I normally would with this brush, which is weird because it's called the Ultimate Blending Brush. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just kind of just eating it. Like, massively. Like, that was 2 pumps on my forehead. And like, I feel like the brush is just picking up all of it. Okay. And then to blend over with my sponge, just to make sure that we haven't got any brush lines, anything like that, I'm just going to use the Vitamin Babe. I'm just going to spray that on my sponge. Just get that a bit coated, do you know what I mean? Smack that bit. And then I'm just going to blend over. Just avoid the under eye area. We don't want to cake up the product. You don't want foundation under your eyes because that's all we're going to start setting into your fine lines. And you're going to put concealer over the top, which is then going to settle into deeper fine lines because your foundation's already highlighting them. Do you know what I mean? I just always leave my under eye area space free. As you can see, we're a bit purple under there, you know? Okay, so this is the finish of the foundation. It's like a demi matte. You've got a little bit of glow, a little bit of hydration, but like, it's not really that sticky. Stunning. The serum is giving that glow and we love that. We love it. In my last video, it's really funny because I've had these Made by Mitchell blushes for the longest time, and I was only using the blush and not the bronzers. I was like, the bronzers, do you know what I mean? Used it. So stunning. So this is Cream Carve. I'm just going to place this above my cheekbones, and I just do this in little dot motion, you know? And then just going to blend it straight out with our brush. See how easily that blends as well? Like, oh, I finally found a replacement for my cream bronzer. So now I can share with you what cream bronzer I'm using. I hate being a gatekeeper, but like, I'm just not trying to support brands that... I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it again. Fix up, look sharp, do better. And that's all I have to say on the matter. So this is another layer, and we're just layering it up, building it up. These blushes are so buildable as well. Like, I love like the actual blushes. Obviously this is a blush, but The ones with the blush shades, they're so stunning, like they're literally staples. I want to do favourite videos every month, but I feel like it would just consist of like the same brands. Like, you know when you know what's good, like you don't really want to switch up. I push myself to switch up and try new things, but you just know what's good. You just do. Like my thing is, I'll say what I want because I know, manifestation, that I'm never going to have a brand deal with them because I don't support them. The only brands that I'd accept brand deals with is people and brands that I agree with, whether that's morals, ethics, and also product quality. Like, come on. So I've never used this blush before. Well, I've used a cheek of it blush, but I've never used this shade before. This is Legally Pink. Look how cute this is. She's a little baby. And I'm just gonna dot this. Oh my god, I'm scared. I had a crumb. So I'm just gonna place this. Wait. Let me just see how this blends out, because if it's gonna blend out really pale, then that's gonna look shit. Let's just see what it is. Is that a little bit light? Do you know what? Let's just see what happens. Let's just... I feel like I'm living on the edge. I'm on the edge. Oh, we'll make it work. We always do. It is giving light though, do you know what I mean? So we blended that. So you can see the blush line, the bronzer line. You're going to go back in with your bronzer brush and you're just going to go back over those two lines here, and you're just going to go in little tapping motions and you're just going to blend that line into each other so that we don't look like Neapolitan ice cream. Like so. You've still got the blush, but there's no harsh line between the blush and the bronzer. Okay. I think the blush is working. The blush is gonna work, okay? I really wish YouTube didn't have the copyright rule, because I would love to sit here and like get ready listening to my music and just showing you guys my music. It's just the most fun. Like I can hear my sister's music. You know what I mean? Like unreal. You guys are probably thinking, who is this girl? Like I don't feel like my makeup's as heavy as it normally is. It's so strange. This is the Natasha Denona concealer, the one that I got in the wrong shade. Anyway, we're just going to use this on the outer part. Oh, what's the matter? My little baby's crying, bless him. Oh, bless him. I'm just going to use a little bit of this because it is still quite bright, but just not bright enough to have as my inner corner brightness. So I say we're using a little bit, but sorry. Yeah, we're just using a little bit. Just because it is still quite bright, but it's not as bright as my inner corner, which is, moving on, Too Faced Born This Way. This is the shade Cloud, and this is just going to go. Can you see the difference in colour? So it's still it's very neutral, I think. That's the word that it is. It's neutral, whereas this one's like very bright, kind of yellow toned. It pulls more yellow than neutral or pink, whereas this one is very neutral. Make sure that's kind of somewhat even, and let's blend. Whenever I'm doing makeup, I always get it under my nails. It's so disgusting. I've also just noticed that I need to blend this eyebrow a bit better, but we'll do that in a minute. So we're going to start on the outer corner and we're just using really little taps. This is a kitten paw brush. So stunning for blending out. Love it. We're just slightly overlapping the blush with the little taps, just going around in little tiny circles to just blend into that blush. Can you see what I mean? Unreal. So we're going to do the same on the other side and then we'll move on. I need to get this Natasha Denona concealer in my brightening shade as well because it's just so stunning. It blends so nicely. Like I can't cope. Right, let's do inner corner. So same vibe, just pat. I'm literally sat here like this. I'm like, pat. You're going to bring this down the side of the nose slightly. Round, just in this little circle here. We're going to go under and blend into that darker shade that we've already put down, just so that it doesn't look weird that we've got like two random sections. So you're going to also take this down onto the moustache so that it all looks cohesive. But how nice is that concealer combo? Shut the actual front door. It's unreal. So we're just going to leave it there, I think. Same on the other side, Boom. Okay, so while that's just drying down slightly, I haven't gone in with the sponge or anything. That was literally just the brush. I'm going to start loading my sponge up. So this is the HMB pressed powder. This is in the shade Fair. Very well loved. So we're just swirling it in the pan. Got some on the sponge. Same principle. You're still going to pat that in onto your hand just so that the product is even. Now we're going to go in with our sponge. Don't blink, don't breathe, don't look. Nothing. You'll literally just want to look straight forward so that you don't look down and have your creases, or look up so that the powder gets into the creases. You just want to look straight forward because this is how your eye is going to sit naturally. So let's go. Blend it into here as well, make sure there's no line. Straight over the mouth as well. Go back up, back under, just make sure everything is how you want it to be. And then let me fill for my puff. Puff, and you're just going to go straight in with that powder. And this is just a thin layer of powder because then we go in with a loose powder. Okay, difference. It is obviously lost a bit of that brightness because this is a coloured powder. Coloured powders, for me, give more coverage. Then we're going to take the same powder over the eye. So I'm just going to blend out any of those lines that have been formed. And then we're just going to go straight back in, same sponge, same powder, and just set that eye. We're not doing anything to the eye today, apart from mascara, eyeliner, maybe a lash, you know what I mean? If I feel a bit cheeky. I'm obsessed with these Doll Beauty blushes. I can only find 3 of them, but I'm looking for a shade that is kind of going to match what I put down already, because that is the kind of vibe I want to go for. If it's already the base colour, this is giving similar. What one's this? This is Let's Get Wavy. What's this one? No. Let's Get Wavy it is. So we're going to use Let's Get Wavy. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm just going to... The pigment, babe. Gonna, again, tapping motions, circular motions, and we're just going over where we've placed that blush. Obviously, it's not really that visible anymore as we've put concealer over it and powder. But we're just bringing it back to life. We're bringing it back. Fireball! I just love colours like this. Like, they're not quite neon, but I feel like they just look very... I don't want to say youthful because I don't feel like that's the right word. But they just give a different type of giving over like a red blush on my skin tone. Do you know what I mean? I feel like my skin tone definitely suits pinkier, bluier sort of toned pinks. If you disagree with me, then let me know, but that's just how I feel. I don't know, I might just be blush blind. You guys are already gonna know the bronzer, but this is Doll Beauty Gimme Some. Clearly this is just like a Doll Beauty video. No, genuinely, I just love the products. They're just so good. I'm just gonna go in here with an angled brush. I use these brushes for cream and powder. The cream one is a bit thinner, it's not as thick, whereas the powder one is a lot thicker. She is a chunky boy. Let's go. And again, you're just patting and you're slightly, again, overlapping that blush so that we don't have, again, the line. I need like new words. I feel like I'm just a broken record on repeat. But do you see what I mean? It's really hollowed out when I need it to be hollowed out. And it's added a bit of warmth to the skin too, which is stunning. And it's also kind of neutralised the blush a bit. So it's just kind of like peaking. It's a little like, you know? I haven't actually done this before. I never contour my jaw, but I've seen this girl and it's gonna bug me because I can't remember who I was watching, but I was watching someone and they were basically saying that when you contour your jaw, you should pull a kissy face, because if you're gonna take any pictures and you pull a kissy face and you haven't done that whilst placing your bronzer on your jawline, it's gonna be like all the way up here rather than where it is. See? Look at that. Oh, chiseled on my god. I mean, it might have already been a known fact, but I never done it before. Sorry if that's already old news and everyone already knows about that, but I was like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. Love that. I wish that I could I could give credit to that girl. Just doing the same thing, bronze on the forehead. Okay, so now we've done that, we can now finish powdering. So I'm gonna go in with this Chanel loose powder. Actual finish loose powder is the exact name of it. This is just, I guess, translucent. It's shade 10, but it's literally like a white powder. This is apparently a dupe for Huda. Oh, oops. For Sugar Cookie. My mum bought me this for Christmas because I was like, babes, I cannot get hold of Huda, like the shade that I want, because we've been snatching her up, and rightly so, because she's incredible. But she was like, oh, I found this. I was like, perf, that's it. I've obviously patted that off on my hand. Now this is a translucent, but it is white, so I wouldn't recommend people with darker complexions than mine to use this unless you like a super bright under eye. Like, I'll show you. Ready? Like, you can literally see where I've placed it. Just pat, 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 and then I'm just gonna leave it. And again on the other side, just pat, 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 and then we'll go in. This is also gonna help to smooth in the blush to the under eye so that we don't have a line where we've stopped blushing. Ah, love it. I love it, babe. So now that we've done that, we're just going to leave that, and we're going to go back in with the HMB. Obviously, this is a coloured powder, extra coverage. So I'm just going to powder everywhere that is still kind of glistening, if you can see that. So we're going to go right over there. Gone. I just love it. And we're just going to tap slightly over this part here where our bronzer finishes. Stunning. Under the jaw, under that bronzer. I'm just going to leave that a bit heavy. I just love powder. Like, it completely transforms how your face looks. It's just so yummy. Right, I've just remembered that I still need to blend in my eyebrow. Like, I think I'm gonna get my eyebrows microbladed after I've been to Turkey, because I'm sick of having uneven eyebrows. It literally took me like half an hour to do my eyebrows earlier. Like, for what reason? Oh, because they're uneven. Like, it's just annoying. Anyway, we're just patting in this powder, make sure it's all just blended really nicely. This is just gonna, instead of swiping, if you're pressing, it's just gonna incorporate into the base and the skin. We're just patting a little bit. Okay, so this is what we're given so far. Stun. Before we use some setting spray, I'm just gonna do some nose contour. I will speed this up because it's gonna be a long process, but someone on TikTok asked me to show them my nose contour, so I'm not gonna gatekeep, I'll show you. So we're gonna do 2 straight lines along the side of the nose. And the way that I do my nose contour is just to make my nose look skinnier. Obviously you have different types of nose contour and different styles of nose contour. The way that I do it is specifically so that my nose looks smaller, okay? So line on the other side, and you want the gap to be even, otherwise it's gonna look strange. You want the gap between the lines to be straight, otherwise you're gonna make your nose look wonky because you're adding shadows, which is changing the shape. So, up and into the brow again, going up here. You just wanna make sure that's blended too, because obviously we aren't putting anything on our eyelids. So you wanna make sure that it's blended and it just looks like a shadow. Okay, let's continue. I'm just gonna go back over this side and just make certain bits just a little bit more prominent. Just blend that as well. Same on this side too. Like that, okay? And then we're gonna go underneath the tip of the nose. Like, only just. So this is the tip, and I'm just going under that, and I'm just drawing a line across, and I'm going to shade down the nose as well, and this is going to create that shadow that your nose is perkier. As you can already see, it's coming into play. It's forming. Norman, storming, forming. Okay, then you're going to go above the tip. So where I stop drawing those lines down the nose, that's where the line across is going to go, and it's just going to join those in together like this, and you have yourself a cute little button nose. And you can make this line as harsh or as blended as you like. Obviously the harsher it is, more obvious it's going to look, but it's going to look perkier and pointier, and I like that. But when it's harsh, just blend up, and then you've still got that little circular moment. See, I'm wrong. So after you've done that, I'm just gonna put a bit of highlighter on tip of the nose. Wow, okay, just blend that out. Blend that out a little bit, and then up the nose as well, and then blend that, and you have a pretty nose contour. Sorry, as always, that was the Ofra Mini Radio Drive. Mwah. We are going to use some setting spray in a minute, but I'm just going to go off camera and do my eyeliner. The eyeliner I'm going to be using is the Rimmel London Scandalise Exaggerate eyeliner. This is one of the nicest eyeliners. I love the NYX vinyl, but it just dries out so quickly. It's been frustrating. So I need to focus. so I'll be back when I've done this. Okay, so I've decided I'm gonna wear a lash. The lashes I'm gonna use, it's gonna sound really weird because I haven't used eyeliner since, God, probably secondary school. So these are the 008s. Sorry, I've just caught a lash out. The 008s. And these are just a little subtle moment. So we're gonna pop these on. I actually decided against the eyeliner lashes, and I just use these ones from, I think these are from Shein, and I just cut the front bits off and post them at the back. And I think they're giving what I want them to. So move on. Now we're gonna go in some setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is just the OG. So while that setting spray is still wet, I'm going to go into, funnily enough, Doll Beauty Pretty Fly Glow Getter Vacation. So I'm just going to tap into here and just where the light would hit my face, I'm just going to go into this. This is a highlighter blush, if you want to call it that, because it's still got that colour pigment, but then it's got the little glitters in. It's just stunning. It's just stunning. It's so nice. Finally, onto lips. So this is the Morphe X Meredith Duxbury lip liner. This is a gel lip liner, and this is in Soulmate. And it's just like this kind of light orange brown. So I'm gonna use that today. Like, you probably won't be able to notice that much of a difference, but this is going to look stunning when we put a gloss on top. Okay, so now we've done that, gloss over the top. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the shade Guava. I just love these glosses so much. And this is like a peachy pink. It's just stun. Give that a little rub round. I love a pearl lip. Just a little bit more. You can never have too much gloss. Okay, now we're done. I hope you enjoyed. This is what we're giving. Oh God, sorry, my hair. I've just run the straighteners over it, so it's a bit static. But I'm real. Basic, easy, classic. See you next time if you're mother care enough.